Hello everyone, this is Minecraft Lite, and today I'm back with the second part of my Ancient Warfare tutorial. Today I'm going to be going over couriers and how they work, so let's get on with it. So the first thing, before you even have couriers, you're going to need a warehouse for them to actually interact with things. So if you put down the warehouse control block, which is made like that, so pretty easy. And then you need any type of the storage. You could look in any eye, not too hard to make. So I'd recommend just putting these, anywhere in here works. So let me just put a couple in there. And then the blocks that the actual couriers interact with are these warehouse interfaces. So you're going to want to put these down here or wherever, like which side is exposed and stuff like that. Depends on a lot of things. So then you have a courier. So to make a courier, it's like that. It's not too hard once you've researched it, at least. So then let's just plop this guy down. So eventually he'll get food. Okay, he got some food. So for these guys to actually work, you need to give them a backpack, and they're not too hard to make. Again, any eye. And then you need some routing orders. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of them, because, trust me, it gets a little while to get used to. So we're going to have this guy come here, and then here. And then, so we want him to pick up the grown wheat from here, and drop it off here. So we want him, So we want him to take stuff from the top, and drop stuff on the bottom. So let's see if we can get that to work. So we want top, maybe it's just up, and then we want to fill courier, and then down. Pass already. Dang it, I passed it again. Dang. Okay, down, and we want to fill target. Now we need to actually grab some wheat. Do we have any wheat? We do. Cool. Just gave me 12 wheat. Awesome. Not the courier, we want to do the routing order. So there we go. I'm pretty sure we put a stack of wheat there and a stack of wheat there. He'll take as much as he possibly can. So then, if we give it to him, he'll get to work. Pretty cool. There's nothing actually in them yet, but if I were to bone meal, I think bone meal's in here. Yep. So if I were to start bone mealing these, then he would take it out and he would put it in here. So we have, looks like he's putting him in the wrong slot. So you do have to do a little bit of experimenting. So down isn't working, so let's try south. South. Let's try south, and then we'll bone meal a little more. And then there's 52 in there, and still 52. Is he taking it? Yeah, he's taking it. Still 52. Here, what are you doing with the thing? What are you doing, man? He's got some weed in there. Oh, our engineer's coming back. Even though it's day. So he's not dropping it off for some reason. So that means that there's a problem with the routing order. So let's try like let's try west. I don't know. It's just really kind of screwed up. You have to try to play around with it for a little while. So that looked like it worked. Let's try bone mealing a little bit more. So there's 54 in there now. And still 54. Still 54. So that actually didn't work. I might have just put that in. Let's try east. As you see, it's pretty screwed up to play around with. You do definitely have to play around with it a bit to get it to actually work. I swear it was down. Let me try up. It might just be a bug. It might be up. Let's try it. Yep, it looks like he put it in. So, okay, let's try. There's 58 in there now. Oh, jeez. Double tall grass. Wow. Okay, so now, yep, he's putting it in now. So for some reason, it's up. Kind of weird, but, you know, weird stuff happens. So then, say we want another courier to drop off the bread from here into the actual warehouse, because that'd be pretty cool. Or, you know what, say that we want him to go to drop the food off straight into the town hall, so he's just feeding everybody. So let's put down another courier. And then let's set up one more routing order. So we want him to go from here to here. So he's going to take items from this, and he's going to take them from, what is that, like, I'm pretty sure that was down last time when we checked. So we want him to take it from down. We want him to take bread. And we want to fill courier. And then the town hall, I don't think it really matters where he puts it, because it's just one big inventory, and he's going to fill the target. So where's that courier gone? Oh, he's over here. We also need to give him a backpack, so let me just put that there. Come here, boy. Let me just copy your backpack a bunch of times. And then we'll go over here, give this guy a backpack, and then give him his, oh, that's not a work order. Give him his routing order. So now he should, it looks like, if our engineer was actually making, so let me just do the engineer's job, since for some reason he's just wandering around. And it looks like, so there's, how much in there right now? There's 50 and 2 stacks. So if I craft a bunch, is there more? No. So there's a problem, obviously. Let's see. He's got the bread, so I guess it does actually matter. So let's try putting it in up. Routing order. Nope, wasn't up. Oh my god, engineer. Get out of here, buddy. Okay, let's try down then. As you can see, guys, this is pretty finicky. You really have to, like, play around with it, screw with it for a while. Ugh, they're just munching away at the bread, not actually putting any back in, which is a little disappointing. Let's try north. Okay, still nothing. Did he just move closer to it? Nope. Okay. That was the engineer. So it's not north. So let's try south. Oh my god, farmer, no. Okay, so it's not south. So maybe it's west. Still not west. So maybe they can't directly input items. Maybe it's east. Okay. I don't know. We'll just have to... You do have bread in this backpack, right? Yeah. Maybe he'll only do it if there's a complete stack. So let me try putting this right there. Will he take the stack and put it in there now? No. So we want to fill the target up. Now will you put it in? No. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just get him to put it in the warehouse, because that's where I wanted to put him originally. So let's just remove that, and then make him go here. And he's going to fill the target with bread. And let me just set up this interface. So basically they have a filter, so this one will now only accept bread. Oh no, I think it's like that actually. And then you put that there and it should work. So now we have to, I'm pretty sure it's south that they have to fill it. So let me find south, and then go to the, that's the wrong courier. Where's the other courier? Ah, he's way over here. So if we do that, let's see if he starts putting stuff in the warehouse. Ah, look at that. He did. He put stuff in there. How cool is that? So he put the bread in there, and he's going to take it from here. So he took it, and he should be putting it in here. Ah, so he's only putting it there if one slot's open. So the engineer... Oh, wait, no, not an engineer. We need a craftsman. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. Maybe that's why he wasn't doing anything. That would make sense. Okay, so let me get the rest of this ready, and then I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I figured out, yeah, apparently if you give them a diamond hammer, they are an engineer. I did not know that, and I guess I should have looked up there and saw that it was an engineer, not a craftsman. But, so now it's fully automated. Basically, if you get one of the craftsmen to work at the warehouse control block, he sorts all the items that are put in the interface into your warehouse. So I have 153 bread in there, so awesome. And this guy, the other craftsman, is actually going to be making the bread automatically now. So if I just go like that, he'll start making some bread. I guess it might have to be in the first slot, which is a little bit strange, but that's fine. So everything is automated now, except for some reason they just don't want to put items into the town hall. But this is just, you know, like keeping your population fed. So how else can you do that? There's fish farms. They'll work pretty much the same way. They even use farmers. So basically, if you have like a lot of water near you, you can just use a fish farm instead of the regular crop farms. And it's a pretty good way, but you do need to cook all the items, which isn't too bad if you can get couriers to drop off coal, maybe, and then, like, you know, the actual fish. Or maybe you can have, like, a lumberjack cutting down wood, making charcoal, cooking the fish. You can get pretty advanced with this stuff. But, say that you actually want to, like, mine something, you know, because mining is actually, you know, pretty useful. So if you actually want to, you know, like, dig stuff up from the ground so you don't have to constantly be digging, you're going to want to get a quarry. Now, quarries do take quite a bit of research to get, but trust me, they are definitely worth it. So if I put down a quarry, it's pretty small as of right now, but you can make it bigger, smaller, you know. So there we go. We made it quite a bit bigger, as you can see. Pretty cool that you can just make it that big. You can also add size upgrades to make them even bigger, which is pretty crazy. Now, to actually work at these guys, work with these, you need workers, and then you need to give them a pickaxe. So, if I put down a worker over here, and then I give him a pickaxe, he turns into a miner. Now, if I give him a work order, not a routing order, a work order, you know what, he'll go over there, because that's the only thing that he can actually do. Let's remove that, and let's give him this work order, and he'll always be working at the quarry. Now, quarries are actually pretty cheap once you've done the research. So, if you want to use them instead of buildcraft quarries, but you have a bunch of power, they will run off power. So, if I got, just like last time when I showed you guys the other thing, if I put that there, it will run very fast. Of course, this generates a fuck ton of power. You know, that's quite a bit of power, 4096 RF per tick by this little solar panel here. And obviously, if I had a massive array of these guys, it would dig pretty fucking quick. But I also have this miner helping out. So, but the miner's a lot slower. As you can see, it takes him forever to mine one piece of dirt. That's why it's pretty efficient to have a bunch of miners or just a power source. So then it puts all of the items in here. So what you can do is actually get your courier to drop off the item. So if we put down another courier right here, we give him a backpack, and we give him, well, we need to edit the routing order first. So we need to take dirt. So we want to be taking dirt, because that's the only thing we're going to dig up, because we're on a super flat world, of course. But the inventory is also on top. So if I go up, and then I go fill courier, and then I do warehouse interface, and I need to do south, fill target. So now, Mr. Courier, you have a job. So he should be going over here, taking all the items out of here, or at least a stack, and then he should be bringing them over to this any second. Yep, and it got sorted already. So how cool is that, guys? We have like an automated quarry and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure if you leave it empty, they'll just pick up any of the items. I guess I should test that for you guys. Where are you, Mr. Courier? There you are. Hey, stop. Routing order. Let's grab this and see if he just takes, oops, if he just takes anything. Did he take, okay, when he comes back, we'll see if he'll take a stack now. Let's see what happens. Oh, is he taking it? I don't think he is taking anything. So, yeah. So you do need to actually specify which item, which is a little disappointing. But, I will be right back with the next part of the tutorial, guys. Hello, everyone. I'm back, and the last part of the tutorial today is actually going to be over, like, guards and combat and stuff, which is a pretty cool part of the mod. Basically, it adds a combat system to where you can, like, set up a track that they'll follow. I'm getting some weird frames right now. But say I wanted my guard to go there, then there, then there, then there, then over past the mine, you know, and just all around, right? And then, you know, around the warehouse and all over and stuff. So then back to there. So if I wanted him to do that, all I have to do, spawn in a combat NPC. You make him like that. And basically, to make this guy an actual soldier, if you give him a sword, he becomes a warrior. You'll see by the sheath that he gets. You can also give him a bow to make him an archer. So, I don't know, I kind of like the archers, so I'm going to keep this guy as an archer. And then I'm going to make an actual copy of this. So does that keep it? Yeah, it does. Awesome. So then this guy is going to be a regular soldier. They're both going to have the same combat order, but I mean, hey, it doesn't really matter. So now if I were to, say, spawn, you know, like an enemy mob, I don't actually know. I think they're in Miscellaneous. Spawn Lord of Torment, yeah. Okay, so if I were to spawn a slime in, actually they'll start spawning everywhere now. But if I were to spawn this guy in, oh, apparently the engineers kill stuff too. Let me repack you. Okay, so as you can see, the archer and the soldier are taking these guys out. The only problem is they kind of start pathing away, which is a little bit weird. But they do eventually start coming back. And especially if you're not in a super flat world where slimes are everywhere, then obviously it'll be a lot easier to control them. This is useful because at night all these guys return home. So if it's nighttime, they'll all be in the home that you place them. So wherever you place them is their home. And if they are in danger at all, so if there's, you know, like a zombie, like over here, they'll run straight for the town hall. So you better keep your town hall and your houses guarded. Otherwise, you know, you're going to lose a lot of NPCs, and they don't drop anything, I believe. So if I were to kill this miner, I don't think that I would get my pickaxe back. I guess we can find out. But I'm pretty sure that... No, okay. Well, he does drop his work order and that. But, I mean, you have to retrain them and everything, which is a pain. Is he shooting at me now? Am I an enemy? Because I killed that guy? No. Okay. So, that's pretty cool. That's how I wanted to conclude this part of the tutorial. So, thank you guys for watching. Next time I might be able to go over some world gen stuff. I'm pretty sure there's really cool looking castle over here. Yep, there is. So that's pretty cool. I'll look at stuff like that, and I'll hopefully get into some trading, and maybe some like survival structure building and stuff like that. But this is all for this episode today, guys. So thank you for watching. This has been Minecraft Lite. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, Ancient Warfare Part 2.